Pretty big week, pretty huge stuff happening this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con. Sadly, we won't be there. It was just out of our control. We'll talk about it another time. But let's get into some of this horror news today, which is going to start off with a pretty big one. I Know What You Did Last Summer Reboot officially has its cast. Before we get into all of this and the new reboot that's coming, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. 35,000 subscribers is our goal. 10 days, 8 days? I lose track sometimes, but we got a couple of days left before the month ends. We're trying to reach 35,000 or as close as we can get there. I would appreciate either or, and we are definitely trying to grow this a lot bigger than it is. So go ahead and subscribe. But let's get into it and get into I Know What You Did Last Summer. So the 90s slasher franchise I Know What You Did Last Summer will be headed to the big screen once again with a new movie, and the Hollywood Reporter brings us the first cast of this new movie with Madeline Klein from The Outer Banks, Camila Mendes from Riverdale, you have Sarah Pidgeon from Gotham, Tyrek Withers from Atlanta, Jonah King from The Little Mermaid, and apparently there was negotiations to apparently bring back Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. The Hollywood Reporter says that this will actually model what we saw 2022's Scream reboot do, in which you see original members and newcomers come into the new movie. The movie will release in theaters next summer, July 18th, 2025, and you do have Jennifer Caden Robinson, who did the film Do Revenge, which I haven't watched, but I'm interested in seeing that, coming on board to direct. You have Leah McKendrick in here writing an original draft of the screenplay, with the latest draft, however, being written by Jennifer Caden Robinson and Sam Lansky. So we are excited for this. I Know What You Did Last Summer is a classic, and I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with this one now, because there's a ton of things, and we had a short run of a TV show on Amazon back in 2022. I didn't watch it myself. Some people said it was all right, but we'll see. We'll see what this brings. Let me know if you're excited for this I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot, or is this something that should have just been left last summer? My attempt at comedy. Let me know what you think. Rebel Moon, the director's cut, is coming. Zack Snyder says this is a true vision, and it gets very, very bloody, apparently. So this will be the thing where it connects the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. August 2nd is the release date. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about Rebel Moon. I have yet to watch it because I knew this was coming. Might as well wait for a director's cut. King Spawn is officially on the way with a new Spawn movie for the long-awaited franchise. And Jason Blum teased that with the cover of a new screenplay, which is being also done with Todd McFarlane. So we'll see if this is going to be any good or not. It does have a couple of writers in here with Matt Mixon, Malcolm Spellman, and Scott Silver. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Jason Blum and Blumhouse, I'm a little back and forth with them, but sometimes they get some hits, so we'll see if that's what it is. So it says, in King Spawn, where one of the vilest creatures ever imprisoned in hell is released back onto Earth, Spawn follows the clues right into a trap set just for him. But why does King Cade want Spawn to ascend the throne of hell? And what of the prophecy of the King's Spawn? So we'll see what this is going to do. We don't know many more details as of yet of what's going on here, and we're excited to see if they indeed bring Michael J. Watt into any capacity, or Keith David as well. I'm interested. We'll hear more about it pretty soon. I'm assuming maybe Comic-Con. That could be somewhere where we hear more about this. But let's get into some more news for some of you that may be excited for this new film that's coming out in a couple of weeks, which is Trap. Trap will be coming out August 2nd, and we got some new pictures, as you can see. Harnett has described the film as very bizarre, very dark, and apparently he says 3 words to describe it in a new teaser on Instagram is M. Night Shyamalan. That's all I needed to hear. So we do know that this is a story that's following a father and their daughter as they attend a pop concert and realize they're at the center of a dark and sinister event. You've seen the trailer. I don't want to go too much into it. These new pictures show us that the FBI is clearly there looking for someone. This older woman here is playing what seems to be the lead investigator into all of this. So it gets me pretty interested to see how this is all going to unravel. And I think it's definitely going to be a pretty crazy experience and ride. M. Night Shyamalan hasn't disappointed me yet. I know M. Night's not for everybody. Some people don't really like M. Night, and totally fine. This is what makes everything great. That art is subjective, and we'll see what this one brings. But let's talk about these new pictures for Terrifier 3 that really are starting to make the rounds really good here. So as we know, Terrifier 3 will be coming to theaters later this fall, and you can expect to see the movie once it releases in October. But we got some new images here in which we see our Art the Clown, of course, who is played by David Howard Thornton yet again. And I really dug these new pictures right here, especially the picture of Sienna, who of course is being played by Lauren Rivera. This is a very exciting shot, honestly. I very much so love these vibes here. You also have Art the Clown here dressed up as Old St. Nicholas, a pair of shades as always. And you have Victoria Hayes, who is being played by Samantha Scafidi, who is the girl we see is now possessed by an evil entity who continues to be a major role in this franchise. Now, there's been some talk about what exactly is going to be happening here. Apparently, the mythology will be connected a little better in this one, and we will be talking about that in our video we're going to do on Wednesday once a trailer releases, because yes, a trailer for Terrifier 3 is on the way this Wednesday. Stay tuned for that. Very excited to discuss more of that, and we'll discuss more of what the mythology and all of that could bring in that video, as well as another video in which we break down everything we know so far and what comes next. Well, let's talk about this new Alien Romulus poster right here that just gets me super pumped. Xenomorph Kaylee Spaney, who is playing a character named Rain, and I'm excited for this. Honestly, this just looks great. That's all I was going to talk about it, because that's all we have so far. Now, in talking about trailers like we were talking about for Terrifier 3, we do have another trailer coming out tomorrow. I'm telling you, Comic-Con week, we get a ton of stuff leading up into the event. Sadly, not there, but we're excited to talk about everything this weekend. So make sure you subscribe and notification bell on. But let's talk about the latest release of the Joker Folie à Deux trailer, which is coming out tomorrow. We'll have a breakdown, discussion, all of that. So stay tuned for that. Hit the notification bell, subscribe button so you know when those drops. But a pretty solid Monday, honestly. A ton of great stuff. TIFF just had their lineup announcement, and we will be discussing that tomorrow in a video. And we will also be waiting for the Midnight Madness releases that they will be doing on Thursday, I believe. So we got a ton of stuff this week. Very packed week. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of things behind the scenes we're trying to get to as well. So really would appreciate you if you subscribe, get the notification bell, and let's get to 35,000 subscribers. That's a big goal for the end of the month. Super pumped that we can get there. But as always, I'll see all of you next time. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all. Stay safe, stay positive.
This whole concert? It's a trap. Here?
Cooper is someone else.